Welcome to Pass the Baton. This is your Olympics update in just 9 minutes with me, Arj Tirachalvam. Don't forget, you won't want to miss a single day's worth of action, but sometimes it's very difficult to watch the highlights show. All you need to do is hit subscribe, and I'll give you that run through every single day of the week. I don't know about you, but sometimes you can just hear a perfect dive in the Olympics with the synchronized diving. We had Tom Daley and Noah Williams taking part in the final. It's the 5th Olympic Games for Tom Daley. Again, a different partner aiming to get a 5th medal. And my goodness, that final dive that they performed was perfect. It sounded perfect. It looked great. A 93.24 jump dive. Amazing. And then the Chinese only went and did the same dive and made it look flawless. Absolutely incredible performances all around. And the commentators even stated that they've seen a masterclass today from the Chinese athletes. And that final dive was actually the highest scoring dive that the male commentator had ever witnessed in his career. A massive, massive congratulations to Tom and Noah. Next up, we actually had some action away from the Olympics, but to do with the Olympics. Noah Lyles, he claims it was his videographer, produced a video stating that he was the fastest man in the world. This has caused quite a lot of controversy around the track and field arena because he's actually only the 3rd fastest 100-meter runner this year. He's defended himself. He stated that it was probably a mistake for it to be published by his videographer. However, it goes to titles, and as the reigning world champion, he is that person. What do you think? Drop us a comment letting us know. I think realistically, we'll find out in a matter of days at the 100-meter final. Then we head over to the gymnastics arena, and GB men missed out on a bronze, having qualified in 3rd, but they came 4th in the final for the 3rd time in a row. That's a lot of 3s and 4s there to say, isn't there? The Chinese found themselves also losing out to gold to Japan. Unfortunately, there were 2 falls on the bars from one Chinese athlete, which took them away from gold into silver position. And it came down to the Japanese athlete who lost points on the pommel horse now to secure gold. You can't write these kind of stories that we always find happening at the Olympics. It's amazing. It was dramatic. There was so much action. And to see the Chinese athletes with their head in their hands, it was quite upsetting. If we think of GB, we've got to take some confidence away from this because we have 6 individual places in the individual finals, which is a moment in history in itself. So lots for us to be positive about here in Great Britain. But this is exciting. Imagine being brought into a team purely for your ability on just one piece of apparatus. Yeah, you're average at the others, but that one thing, the pommel horse in this case, you're pretty good at. And then not only the reason that you are there is because of that event, but the reason they win their first medal in 16 years was down to that. Well, that's exactly what Stephen from Team USA, Stephen Nedoroscik, did. And this was unbelievable. The celebrations from this, fantastic. Well done, Stephen. And think about the psychology that goes into that. Absolutely incredible. Next up, we head to the pool, and there was so much action taking place in the pool. The women's 400-meter IM, 17-year-old Canadian McIntosh swam a flawless race. She was so far out ahead. Grimes from USA did really well as well. And then our Britain coming just outside of the medals in 4th. Terrific event, though, again. Men's 200 meters. The freestyle, Matt Richards lost his lead and ended up coming 2nd by just 0.02. Same for Adam Peaty, remember? And then Duncan Scott, fan favourite, probably our favourite to win, ended up in 4th. So that's a real tough one to walk away with. But even though there's some negatives here, there's a lot of positives for us to take away. And Mona McSharry from Sligo, shout out Sligo, for an awesome performance in the pool on the 100 metres breaststroke to place bronze. What a phenomenal finish. It's actually the first Irish swimming medal since Atlanta in 1996. So much going on. Now, I mentioned about being positive there. It was lovely to hear Matt Richards talk so joyfully and proud of his silver medal. He said at the end, yes, he's going to be looking to upgrade the colour, but realistically, he spoke so fondly fondly, fondly of his silver medal. It was lovely to see. We shouldn't be negative about these performances. We need to be positive. If we head over to the mountain bike, and we saw Tom Pidcock with a puncture on the fourth lap, took the favourite down to ninth. He's just come off the tour as well, I think. And then managed to get right back up into gold position after a brief moment of contact with the French rider only a few hundred metres away from the finish line. He came through the finish line with boos from the French crowd. However, all was good. We spoke a few days ago about Nadal versus Djokovic. Could they even up the score 30-all? However, despite the efforts, Nadal ended up losing 6-1, 6-4. But he said, it's not the end of the road for me. It was a blockbuster, and now to focus on my doubles with Alcaraz. Something exciting to look out for there. Odd moment of the day. The odd moment of the day came to the Korean women's archery gold, in which they secured gold by such a fine margin. The refs actually brought out a magnifying glass to confirm the place of the final arrow. Is that something we should be doing in 2024? I'm not sure. A little bit of beef for me here. I've said it a few times here, positivity and negativity. Can we be more positive as post-event race competition interviewers? We shouldn't be saying, shame you didn't win gold, or you didn't win gold. We should be celebrating the fact that you won silver. It's the Olympics. Let's be more positive. Let's not ruin the time for all of these athletes. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Coming up, we're going to have the women's team gymnastics final to look forward to. We've got Andy Murray and Dan Evans battling it out for another round in the tennis. We've got the men's 4x200 meter freestyle relay. We all love relays. You love them. I love them. We all want to be talking about them. And we should be talking about the triathlon. The men's triathlon has been postponed for 24 hours. It's going to take place after the women's triathlon as long as the water quality improves. Ooh. And then finally, we're also going to be discussing the Rugby Sevens final. The women's Rugby Sevens final, it's going to be decided without Team Great Britain. USA are going to be in the final now because USA beat Great Britain in the quarters. And just a note on that, love this little bit during the interview where the British interviewer said to the GB athlete, you were taken out physically there, really. You were really undone by the Americans. And in her reply, she stated, no, I don't think so. I think we matched them for physicality. So remember, everyone, stick up for yourself. Enjoy these Olympics, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. Drop us a comment. But for now, bye-bye.